Alright, wait, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors and praises and the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahawah Wa Yahawashi, Bahasham, Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Name of the Heavenly Father is Yahawah. His Son's name is Yahawashi, in who I reverence and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit and to the hopeful elect across the globe, right? And to the few, very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, right? Because we are in the last days of the last days, right? And yeah, this lesson is going to be another serious lesson, and we just going to bring it out. Don't worry about the noise and all that, bro. That's just, again, when I move, they have to move, right? Remember, they're my slaves, right? That's what they are. They're slaves to darkness, and they are slaves. They are slave to darkness, basically, right? So, brothers, don't be moved by any of these things that are happening. We know Satan has to do what Satan has to do, and the brothers that are on the right-hand side are on the right-hand side, right? The victory's already been won in the spirit, right? Let's go to, basically, I just got a few things I've written down. It's concerning generational curses, basically, right? This is serious stuff. Generational curses, such as what? Cultural practices, right? Because that's where it comes from. Or particular patterns, right? Within that you have, or that a relative may have, okay, or some covenant that they've kept, okay. So let's go to Deuteronomy. We're gonna bring this out. Deuteronomy 30. Hold on just a minute. 32 and 17. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods who they knew not, to new gods that newly came up, whom your fathers fed not. So that's what they done. Remember, they sacrifice unto devils, right? Keep this in mind, okay? They sacrifice unto devils. So by them doing that, what have they done? They've opened up doorways, right? Once you do that, you open up doorways, right? Whether it's ancestor worship, whatever you want to call it, okay? Because you don't know unless Yahawah has made you privy to what your ancestors have done. Whether it's your grandmother, great-grandmother, or they're part of a sorority or fraternity, right? So if they're part of that, they've automatically have opened up demons, doorways, okay? And it's just the truth. Because the women, I believe the women fraternity, what is it? It's called Eastern Stars. You may have a member of your family, not being disrespectful, you may have a grandma that may be a part of the Eastern Stars. It's a satanic worshipper, right? Which is a cult, okay? So this is why you've got to be very aware and pray, but ultimately, we know you're covered by Yahawashi, right? Ultimately. So that's how they provoked Yahawashi, by sacrificing unto devils, right? Going back to Molech, right? And the same thing happens again today, right? I'm sorry to say, but most of the people you grew up around, most of your family members, yeah, they're demonic, whether you want to admit it or not, right? They're part of these demonic fraternities, right? Which Yahawashi told us not to get involved in, okay? So I want to continue reading this. Such cultural practices, ancestors dedicated children to gods. So there's certain brothers from when they were young, the reason why they dedicate these children to God, because it's like to devils, right? False gods. You know why they do that? In hopes that they will receive, right? That child becomes successful in Satan's kingdom. This is why they do that, or they become successful. This is why they do it, okay? I.e. idols, i.e. via demons, okay? through building of altars and making covenants. This is how these things happen. And this is why sometimes it's different for different brothers. This is why you may be spiritually being harassed by demons, not to the point where it overthrows you, because we know if you have the spirit, you're over them. But this is one of the ways where it may not even be you, it could be a family member that has opened up doorways, right? Because this is what a load of people do, right? You don't know if you were born, right? Whether they gave you to an altar, to a demon, right? So they make covenants, and we're not supposed to do that. Make covenants with demons, okay? We're not supposed to do that. And this could bring what? Which calls generational curses, which is spells. That's how these things come forth, right? Which they did for demonic generational blessing. So they done it for a demonic generational blessing, in form of what? Success, so-called good life. That's why they done it. Or would be for a sacrificial offering or of family, bloodline to the devil. So that's why these things are done, right? This is bloodline stuff, right? But this is the beautiful thing. If you're covered by Yahawah, he's got you. Now, this happens a lot. It happens a lot, but it's hardly spoken of. That's why we're speaking about it. Yes, you may have particular high level, and we're bringing it out, high level witches within your family, right? That try to dedicate you, or that they did when you were younger, or made a covenant in an altar, a ceremonial covenant, that this tribe will be successful in this or do that. So what do? You break that by the spirit and power of Yahawah. You break it, right? You break that covenant. There's a lot of things going on that people think I don't see around me. Yeah, bro, I see it. The manipulation. But I got to tell you this, I'm sorry. Most people around us that we know, they're not going to make it. Because they're wicked. They've given themselves to these demons, and these demons are controlling them. Okay? And this can come in the form, when these things happen, what ends up happening? Comes in the form of demonic harassment. Why? Because someone, it may not even be you, someone that you know, or your grandmother may open up particular doorways. Right? It's a fact. It's a fact. Right? Open up them doorways. Now you're facing demonic harassment. But remember, I always say this. Remember, because when people think about demonic harassment, they think, well, it means you have no power. Now you have power, but someone opened up them doorways. You have to question things. If you've repented, right, you're doing everything you're supposed to, then that's coming from somewhere, right? And what do a lot of Masons try to do? They try to offset their sins onto somebody else. And that's why a lot of people turn what? Crazy. Because you have Masons, remember, they got a lot of sin. So they try to offshoot their sin on somebody else. And that's where you get that term scapegoat. But one thing, you will not be able to do that to the elect. You're going to have to pay for your own wickedness, your own sins. Right? But I'm very, 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 very aware what's happening. Very aware. And what do you need to do? You need to bind that strongman, right? Which could be any doorway that was opened. Needs to be bound and the altars destroyed, right? Destroy them altars in the name of Yahawah Yahawashi. I always say this. I destroy any altar, any demonic altar, right? That was dedicated to me. I destroy it in the power and spirit of Yahawah Yahawashi. Because these things happen. This is hardly spot. I don't really hear the apostles speaking about topics like this. Any other brothers, like proper spiritual warfare, proper warfare, right? I destroy every demonic altar, any demonic altar that was dedicated to me, any, right? Go to Isaiah 28 and 15. Come on now, this is some heavy. This is real life, right? real life stuff. And this happens. You ever wonder why sometimes you get a lot of bad luck? Right? Even though now you're going to flourish if the Holy Spirit's on you. But ever wonder why there were certain times in your life where you felt like you were being held back? Because that's them spirits, right? That some of your relatives made a covenant with. They made a covenant with demons, right? So, Isaiah 20, before we go into that, excuse me just a minute. Let's continue with this particular, hold on. Go to Isaiah 8 as well. Bro, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Right? Isaiah 9 and 19. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, right? And unto wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their power for the living to the dead? Really, we should be seeking to Yahawah, right? But you have our people that seek unto what? Familiar spirits, which is spirits of what? Ancestry. Right? Demons, idols. So when you do that, guess what you're doing? You're opening up doorways. Right? And really, you're putting yourself in danger. Because now the devil wants something in return, which is a sacrifice. Right? Okay, you better go somewhere else with that shit. Right? Right? You want to sacrifice, I don't know, so you better sacrifice on what? Turtle doves or whatever. Right? You made a covenant with that. That means you're going to have to pay. That's between you and that demon. That's nothing to do with me. Right? Remember, Masons and people that are in these high lodges, remember, they have a lot of sin. And they try to offshoot their sin on the so-called, I don't want to say innocent, but someone that's of a good standard. That's what they try to do, right? Which is witchcraft. Okay? That's why you have to be covered by the blood of Yahawah and renounce that spirit. You know, renounce his demonic altars. I'm breaking every demonic altar in the name and power and spirit of Yahawah. Every demonic altar, every evil word that's being pronounced against me, I'm breaking it in the name of Yahawah. Instantly, continually. So ain't going to be the first time I say this. I'm going to say it over and over and over and over and over again. Until it's fully broken. So particular witches as well, what do? They gather in old schools. Yeah, this goes on old schools, abandoning buildings, right? This happens, right? Old churches, right? In deep forests or underground chambers. This is what still goes on today, right? And if they gather into a forest, guess what? They will make tree altars, right? If they gather into like a rocky place, right, like a city, they will make stone altars, right? If they gather into a bit of soily place with a lot of dirt, they make soil altars, right? This is real life stuff. It's something we're just making up. And spiritual, remember, everything is spiritual. So in the spiritual world, the covenants are summoned to bear witness and testify. So you got to understand what's going on, right? And this remember, there's different type of cases, but this one is concerning lineage and family members and individuals that are part of these sororities and fraternities, right? And so forth. Summoned to bear witness and testify to demonic covenant by ceremonial ordinances. So this is what certain people do, especially when you're born. They may dedicate you to a particular spirit or idol, right? This is what happens. And you wonder why your life has been up and down. Well, you break that. Once you realize it, you break it instantly, right? You break that covenant. the ungodly covenant. Go to Psalms 50, right? Check this out. This is how powerful this is. Psalms 50 and 5. All right. Hey, you hear that noise? That's good. That means I'm being effective. Go to Psalm 50 and 5. All right. Psalm 50 and 5. Useless. Psalms 50. Right. I'm having fun, mate. Bear with me just a minute. This is Psalms 50. And 4. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth that he may judge his people. So remember, the Lord's coming back with great judgment. Bro, I can't believe all the stuff I'm finding out. It's literally like that Matrix film is heavy. It's literally like the Matrix. Bro, all these lies, all the deception. Now, because we are awoke in this truth, or spiritually discerned, now people can't trick you. They have to do things behind your back, right? They have to do shit behind your back, right? Now everything they do, they have to do it very, very discreetly. Very discreetly. When they're talking, they have to shut the door. I'm talking about family members as well. Family members, right? Relatives, friends of the world, right? And it says Baba Kasha, right? And yeah, bro, we know there's people as well. We know they've got handlers. Yeah, we know our family members got handlers that ring them up, right? Tell them do this, do that, open this, shut that, turn this on. We already know that. But they're going to get destroyed as well. They're going to get judged, right? And I say, guess what? That's another prayer, okay? To those that also are to them spirits that are manipulating your family to break their arms, to break their stronghold, to break that stronghold as well, bro. You think there's individuals that think they can do that, right? Some sneaky shit behind your back. Yeah, this phone up his father, bro. The Lord's gonna destroy your ass for that, right? These are spirits that are attached to people because they made a covenant, right, with the enemy. Okay. Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me. Who were the saints? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Indianos. Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So, it says, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You know how powerful this is? So you have those that have made a covenant with Yahawah by sacrifice, right? Okay? And we still do righteous sacrifice to Yahawah. So you think the devil doesn't understand this as well? The devil understands this, right? So this is on the right hand side, right? Now think about this, those that have done it on the left hand side. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. So you have those that have done it on the left hand side, that have made a covenant with Satan by sacrifice. Okay? Real life stuff. Okay? Unbeknownst to you. Okay? And Satan understands this, and also he utilizes this, right? Same thing. Remember, everything that Yahawah does, the Heavenly Father does, Satan is a copycat. Alright? Copycat. Okay? Oh, them demons are getting agitated. Oh, that's good. But guess what? The Lord's going to fucking destroy you. And, bro, he's going to destroy you and everybody that's involved. Everybody that's involved, he's going to destroy. Right? Like I said, bro, if there's a problem with me, come to me. Why are you ringing up my family? Right? That's them demons. Right? These are people that have made a league, that are in league with Satan. Right? They're not free. Right? They're fucking, excuse my language, they're fucking useless. Right? They have handlers. They're not free. You have handlers, you're not free. You getting told what to do. You getting told when to sit the hell down, when to go, when to stay still. That's freedom to you. But in return, you get some goodies, but you're still not free. Right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right? Getting people, bro. I know Yahawah, I can see your dumb ass, man. Yeah, please, is he in? Yeah, shut the door. You know, open the window. Bro, you're fucking stupid. Yahawah's going to destroy you. Right? And it says, Baba Kashah, where he may judge his people, gather my saints together unto me that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Where heaven shall declare his righteousness, for the Most High his judge himself. So you have those that have made a covenant with Yahawah Shai. That's the best thing you could ever do. And you have those that have made a covenant with the left-hand sides, basically. The left-hand side. And what happens when the left-hand side, he wants that return? Because remember, Satan, he wants something in return. That means you're in trouble. That's why you see a lot of people, they get older, you start to really see it in their face. Their regrets. They start to age horribly because of the decisions they made. Right? Because of the decisions they made. Right? Then they get to 40, 50 years old. What was life really about? That's when they start questioning, what was life really about? Because you gave yourself to these fraternities to become a slave, to comply, and to agree with evil that's going on, and to keep your mouth closed. Bro, I'm putting up prayers, and straight up I'm putting up prayers, and the prayers in the form of curses. I don't really like to say curses, but them prayers are going to come in the form of curses. And whoever it falls on, it falls on. This ain't a joke. This is serious business. Serious. Got people out here trying to set you up. Satanic agents. Alright? So we went to that Baba Kashar. Go to Hebrews 8 and Matthews. That's why, bro, that's why the covenant is so important. That's why the new covenant is so important. New covenant. You know how much that upsets people that have made a covenant try to attach you to a demonic covenant? Their whole job, what you got to understand is their whole job to get you back in line. And that's why them spirits are after you. Because their whole thing is to get you back in line with the covenant that they kept with demons. That's their whole job, to do that. Alright? But it's not possible if you're there. It's not possible. Once you've woken up to the truth, it's not possible. Unless you fall back into sin. Okay? So much is being revealed in these last days. So much is being revealed. Would you bear me just a minute? Just want to try and find that scripture where it says concerning the new covenant, which is very important. And the covenant is an agreement, by the way, that we're in with Yahawah Shai. A lot of men beg to differ. Oh, no, we're in a covenant with him. Alright, see if I can find it. I think it's in Matthews. Somewhere in Matthews. Alright. Where was it? Here it is. This is Matthews 25. Check this out. And 26. And as they were eating, Yahushua took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. Right? It's a representative of Yahushua, his body, and what he would go through. Right? And part of you eating of the roll. Eat the whole roll. It tells you that in Ezekiel 3. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, drink ye all of it. Right? For this is my blood of the New Testament. So the carnal people in the world, remember, they're very demonic. They actually think I drink, because they do drink blood. They do drink blood. That's what they do. Because they're wicked. They're satanic. But Yahushua never meant, oh, drink my blood. It was wine they were drinking, by the way, which was symbolic of Yahawah Shai's blood. Okay, which is shed for the remissions of sins. For this is the blood of the New Testament, which is shed. Key thing, right? Got these fucking perps again, right? Weirdos, man. Weirdos, right? And it says, which is shed for the many, for the remissions of sins. So it says it's shed, right? For the remissions of sins. Remission. Right? Forgiveness of sins. That's why it's shed. Okay? For the remission of sins. So you're covered. Right? You're covered. Okay? This is why it's so important to learn of Yahawashi. You're covered. That's where you break them demonic covenants through faith in Yahawashi. Right? So we went to that. And I think we finished off on Isaiah. Right? And yeah, to every altar there is a gate, right? To every order there's gates, right? To every demonic altar there's a gate. Well, you got to shut that, right? Shut them doors, right? Completely. Okay. Go to Isaiah. Isaiah 28 and 15. Because you have said we have made a covenant with death. So a lot of our people, they made covenants with death, right? Agreements. Alright? And with hell we had to agreement when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Right? So that's how our people think. Well, it's not going to come unto us. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. So that's what they made a covenant with. Death itself. And with hell we had agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Excuse me. Hay fever. Right? It shall not come unto us. But no. It is going to. It is. Right? Okay. Because you have said we have made a covenant with death. Right? A lot of these are organizations. Right? That's why, bro, you gotta get away from these organizations. Right? Because they're in league with what the devil. And with hell we are at agreement. Right? That's why these people have to do what they're doing, because they're at agreement with death. And if they say no, they're scared of being targeted by the all-seeing eye. Okay? When the overflowing, because let me tell you this. A lot of the stuff that some of the brothers go through, remember, they couldn't go through it. They folded. That's why they joined. That's why they joined Satan's side, because they folded. Right? They were not mentally strong. Alright? And it says, Baba Kasha, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, alright, what would the overflowing scourge be? Judgment. It shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. So that's what they've made. Basically, they're hiding behind lies and falsehood, deception, self-deceit, fraud. That's what they made their refuge, right? And that's not a strong refuge, right? It's not a strong refuge, is it? A lie, falsehoods. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Right? Which that precious cornerstone is Yahawashi. Alright? Judgment when I also lay to line to the righteous to the plummet. Plummet would be what, that measuring stick, right? That's the plummet. Right? And hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, the head of fire, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled. Alright? Your covenant with death shall be disannulled. Right? The covenant you've made, to follow people around, to spy on them. to stop that bro, that covenant's gonna be dishing out. Satan's just using you. When he's done with you, you're fucked, basically. Right? And your agreement with hell shall not stand. The hell represents death, it shall not stand. Because these people, they think they're gonna hide off into the bunkers. Because remember, they take great pride. Well, yeah, we got the police covering us. We're part of the Illuminati, bro. No, bro, they're not covering you. You're just peons, right? You have a full sense of power. Really, you don't have power, right? You've just agreed to be a bigger slave, right? But it gives them a sense of power. Yeah, we know what he's doing and this and bro. So what? Right? You have to follow somebody else. You have to do that. That's your orders. Right? And refuge of lies and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, cancelled. Right? What's their covenant? Their covenant is alliance, signs, pledges that they've made. You see what I mean? So a lot of these people, they've made pledges. Right? And your agreement with hell shall not stand. Because these people, you know what they think? They actually think they're going to, you know when all hell breaks loose, they think they're going to run off into the bunkers with the elites. No, you're not. No, you're not. Right? Oh, yeah, we're going to be looked after. We're going to hide in the underground bases. No, you're not. I always say this. Gang stalking is not, the targeting, it's not forever. These people have a short time. And that's why this thing is becoming a phenomenon. These people have a short time, right? They're desperate. That goes back to Revelations 12 and 12. The devil knows he has a short time. So don't think, oh, well, how long is this going to go on? It's going to go on as long as Yahawah wants it to go on. That's how long it's going to go on for, right? Remember, these people took money. They took gift cards, right? They were given gift cards, a business, a plumbing. They were given these things. But what did they have to do in return? Try to step on somebody else, right? So, what, you think Yahawah ain't going to judge an individual like that? No, bro, Yahawah's going to judge them bad, right? In other words, yeah, I've done a lesson earlier on. Yeah, they sold out. And there was a lesson about, Confession of a Gang Stalker. I think did I upload it? Yeah, I uploaded it yesterday. I saved it to the playlist. Confessions of a Gang Stalker. And he even tells you. The man, he was repentant. Telling you how it works. Basically, these are individuals that are after the beast, basically. Following after the beast. Right? Okay, and some of these individuals, what do? They have the power, some of them, to put you on a watch list. Right? So, that's what some of them do. Right? But it's in order for fame and money. Remember, they're being used as well. Remember, your handlers have handlers, and your handlers have handlers, which is ultimately Satan. Right? So they're all being used to do evil, and this is how society works. Because you need both sides. You need evil, you need good, right? So this is what's been happening. Right? And if you didn't know, now you know. Right? All these years, this is what's been happening on the low. Right? And there's more videos that has been done upon this particular phenomenon, which is called gang stalking. The news never, you notice, the news never talk about, the news never mention it. The news never mention gang stalking. You don't hear nothing about gang stalking on the news. Why? Because they're a part of it. Remember, it's a pyramid thing, like a pyramid scheme. That's what gang stalking is. It's a pyramid scheme. The elites, the high priests, the military, then on down. Your committee of 300, then on down. It's a pecking order, right? That's what it is. So that's what's happening. That's what you see around you. That's what's going on. Okay? And you shouldn't be bothered by it. After some time, it's like, well, it's demons that are operating in people. Because it was there before you knew about it. How did you see it? You saw it as spiritual warfare. That's exactly what it is. Spiritual warfare. No matter how you look at it. But the difference is now, when you started really waking up, that's when it became more, what's the word? Overt. It was covert. Like I said, it was always there. But when you woke up, it was like, yeah, go get him. It's like the demonic realm got notified. So just know that it was always there. It was always happening. You guess what? Yeah, you were always being followed. You were always being monitored, whether you realize it or not. This is what was happening, right? Whether you realize it or not. Now you know the truth. All right. Let me finish off on Isaiah 28:18. Scorch shall pass through, then you shall be trodden down by it. So they're going to be trodden down. From the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you. From morning by morning shall it pass over, by day and night, and it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. Right? So, the best thing to do, and that's why you got to pray, and that's why you have to be in the covenant, you have to be in Yahawashi, because he's the only way. Right? You don't know what families you grew up into until you wake up to the truth. You don't know that. You don't know what they've done. You don't know your ancestors' demonic worship, right? That's why you have to be covered by the blood of Yahawashi, right? This is very serious, okay? And another thing, don't get caught up with I put the phone on. As soon as I put the phone on, everybody gets alerted, and they're going to know I've just switched on the device and they're going to follow. Bro, that's all designed so you can stop what you're doing. You get paranoid. Oh, well, they're watching me. And so they know when I've turned off the phone. They know when I've left. They know when I've gone home. They know when I've gone to the shops. Bro, so what? Remember, bro, you're not watching them. They're watching you. They're following you. Remember that. Right? Don't let them trick you out of your blessing. Don't let them trick you out of your blessing. And that's designed to keep you in a, what do they call it? A loop. A negative loop. This is twice I've been in the same place. I was here morning and I'm here again. So what? So what? This is my little place of refuge. My little place of refuge. If I choose to go to another place, I go to another spot. Right? Okay? Because the Masons also, they're taught to do that psychological bullshit. The coding, the hand symbols. Bro, that's childish stuff. You need to grow up. Right? That's not of the Lord. That's not of Yahawashi. But this is what happens when you have an attachment with demons. Right? The coughing, the scratching your head, the burping, all that's demonic. All that's unclean spirits. Right? Now, I'm not saying you don't get paranoid because people actually cough. I'm sneezing, so I don't want brothers to get paranoid. But don't get caught out by this. Because I know, as soon as I shut off this device, as soon as I, do my little rolling on the scooter, guess what? There's going to be a card right there, person standing there. Why is that done? To give you an illusion, right? And remember, these people, they're being told to do that. Would you please come out your house quickly? He's about to pass you. Bro, that takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of money. That takes a lot of spiritual currency as well. And a lot of money. So, bro, you're not the ordinary. You are special in a good way. You're special. Because that don't just happen to anyone. And it definitely don't happen to someone that's useless. Let me tell you that. That definitely, bro, you don't stalk someone. You don't waste your time watching someone that's useless. Come on. Put two and two together. Put two and two together. You were targeted, most of us were targeted from when we were young. Right? Because you had an ability, you were different. Right? These things happen. The government don't experiment on idiots. They don't experiment on idiots. They experiment on people that are different, that have a different mindset, right? That do things different, that operate different, right? Okay. So with this, I hope this is helpful. And by the spirit and power of Yahawah Wa Yahawashi, you break every single demonic covenant, every single demonic agreement and sin that may be weighing you down. Every demonic altar I break, I bind in the name of Yahawah Wa Yahawashi. Any witchcraft, any enchantment, any evil words spoken against thy servants, Yahweh, and I say servants because it's more than just me. There's 144,000, right? So any witchcraft, any enchantment that's spoken against us, any evil words, I break that in the name of Yahweh, Yahawashi, and return it back to its sender. Okay, it will have no power, it will have no dominion. Those words will have no power and no dominion over us. right? I break it in the name of Yahawah by Sham Yahawashi, Harag, Salak, all right? Mashapacham, Haragyam, Abad, Abad, Abad to the evildoers. I'll say that again. Salak, Rayam, Mashapacham, Haragyam, Abad, Abad, Abad to the evildoers, right? To the workers of iniquity, to those that are plotting against thy servants. Harag, Harag, Salak, Rayam, Abad, Abad, Abad. Distress, anguish, confusion, right? To the perps, right? So, bro, you got to utilize these prayers as well in the spirit. Utilize these prayers, okay? Excuse me. Because it does help big time. And don't think your prayers are not being heard. Your prayers are being heard, okay? So with this, I hope this was edifying. And until the next time, Shalom.